Can you hear me? Tell me, can you hear me? Jocelyn, can you hear me? Hello? You can hear me, okay? We're gonna get started in just a second. Yeah, I think you're on. Can you hear me? Just let me know you can hear me, Jocelyn. Oh, cool. I'm sending out a quick, hey Timothy, quick reminder because it's Friday night. There's only actually 27 of us that's on the, is on this particular program, the weekly webinar. And what we're going to be doing is every week there's going to be a webinar for getting your, just different ideas for you to make sure that your product gets launched and everything. And they're not going to be really long because everybody's time is valuable. But I am going to meet to give some messages of inspiration and help so that you actually get it done and to go over some of the things that we can do so we can get together. Now, Jocelyn, I got a half hour with you on Monday for this other program, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, every week, I'm going to put a web page together like the ideas web page that you saw last week. Did you guys get that? You know the little guy, big profits. Hello, Timothy. The little guy, big profits. .com / ideas.html, right? Well, I'm going to do HTML1 or ideas 1 this week, and the next week will be ideas 2. So you can always go to the webpage for any links or anything else, information from this webinar every single week, rather than post links here and offers. I'm not going to do offer stuff and buy this and all that stuff. It's not going to be about that. But there will be a page so you have links and things that we went over today. You're going to be able to get, okay, every week. So what I'm doing is I'm sending a quick blast out to my list. Webinars work best when you let them know at the very last second. They're like, oh, dang, I got to get on this thing. So I'm on my other computer. I'm going to send this quick blast. Okay. Let me just use my template from before. So I'm going to try and talk while I'm sending this thing out. Today, what we're going to do is we're just going to, hang on one second here. My newsletters, that's what I want. I'm not going to create a newsletter. Oh yeah, it's going to be a new one, that's right. Hang on a second, I got to create a new letter here. Create newsletter. Okay, webinar. Okay. Just another second or two here. So basically, since this is about product creation, and it's all forms of internet marketing that we're going to be covering. But the start here is product creation, because when you launch your own product, you know, it's like anything else. When you haven't done it and you haven't ridden a bike and you haven't really got in the trenches, it's kind of scary. Even though it's not scary, I mean, everyone's going to say it's not scary, right? It's like falling off a cliff or something. But psychologically, there's barriers to actually doing this. But the more you do it, the easier it becomes. And as you do it, more doors open. It's really about connecting with people, because people are going to help you grow. Like, you're going to help me grow. I'm going to help you grow. And the more you get connected, this is how you get connected, one person at a time, step by step by step. So you bring people in to you, and you don't become this island that's so far away that nobody can touch, like most of the gurus, right? That model is gone. Those guys, Rich Schefren, Mike, Frank Kern, Mike Filsaime, all these guys, you're not going to touch them, because they're too big, they make too much money, and they got in the ground floor that doesn't exist anymore. But the people version exists. Okay, you can grow a business, because think about it. Think about the market that's out there, right? There's millions of people that aren't going to become a Mike Filsaime. Millions. Okay, but they still want to be successful online. So when you model yourself after helping the little guy, helping everybody else become successful, then what's going to happen to you? Just the laws of reciprocity. You're going to become successful, right? I mean, it's just the way it works. So you want to have a model where you're open, you're accessible, you're open-minded, and people will come to you. But when you think you're going to build this huge list and start sending emails every day and, you know, raking in all kinds of money, that's a bunch of baloney. These guys sell well that way because they're so well known. But think about it. You know, when Mike Filsaime sends out to his list, right, he's sending out to thousands of people every day, hundreds of thousands, right? He can go home and look at his return. He's going to have a big bank, right? He's going to have a big check. He's good. Hey, baby, let's go out to dinner tonight. You know, he's good. Movies, we're all set. Let's go buy a car tomorrow, in fact, right? He's all set that way, and it's going to keep going over and over and over again. Become successful too. Okay, yeah, you'll become very successful with this other model. The model now is for the little guy, and that's helping, actually helping people and connecting with them one by one. So I could have 20,000 lists. It's irrelevant to me. When I'm connecting with 100 people, that's what's important. The other 19.9 could take a hike. I'm going to build another 100 people that are going to connect with me. And all of a sudden I have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people actually connect with me. That's power. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, you're not some kind of freak for power, right? But that's influence. You can help a lot of people one by one. Everybody counts. Everybody sticks together. That's why I got this new program out, right? Jocelyn, you're the first one in with Elmer Fudd, right? Very good. So you get a half hour with me, which I'd give you anyways. But what's going to happen with that is that program, and I know the owner, and I'm going to talk to him this weekend and even get some inside tips because he's been working this a long time. I'm putting together a Facebook group tomorrow for that. There's about 10 of us right now, which is what I wanted, but I'm going to email a couple more times. Maybe we get a few more people in there. And then we're going to strategize on, you read the thing already, right, Jocelyn? We're going to strategize on, the creams or whatever we're going after, right? We're going to strategize on the categories that we're going to try to hit, the internet marketing, list building, which is huge, or whatever the topic is. I'll either help you create the ebook, show you how to do it, or we'll find PLR. I know you got a lot of places for that, Jocelyn. So I think that's just like a lot of hit and miss. Just do a lot of it, put 2 or 3 hours in every day, get your money and go on. Do it again the next day, get your money and go on. And you're building your product, and as you're building your product, you're affecting people, get people in on your list, and I'll teach you. Can you guys show me, yay, buddy. Can you guys, how many people are on your list? How many people do you have on your list? Do you guys have a list at all? Let me know as I send this message out. Do, 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 do. Okay. Not as large as it should be. Okay. Well, I mean, that's okay, Timothy. We're going to help you do that. So here's the thing. What my goal is, and today the main thing of this call here is that, I want you to, the ability to grow your business is based on your list. And yes, Facebook is very good. And, I'm going to show you a good technique where you can make money and pull leads right out of Facebook. So you grow that, you interact with them. Don't be afraid to talk to them. I'll be talking to both of you guys one-on-one. So just connecting with people is the whole deal now, because that pie in the sky stuff, that's why everyone's suffering. There ain't no pie in the sky anymore. These guys started in the 90s, right? And they started growing their stuff really big. And so the idea is, like, let's say you want to be like a Mike Filsaime, right? And you get your list, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, I'm going to start copying what he sends out to everybody. Hey, I got this new product. It's really cool. Check it out. You go to check your stats, and there's no sales. You're like, what the heck? All right, let me try another one. Hey, man, I got this. They're already getting those emails from someone they trust and know, right? You just stepped into the picture. I mean, you got to become a household name somehow. It's going to take a long time to do that, right? But when you start helping people and they trust you one-on-one, you're going to do way better. And you're going to actually show people how to improve and have results. And that's my goal here is I'm doing this. I'm helping you so that you can help other people just like I'm helping you. So when you model yourself after what I'm actually doing, not just what I'm telling you to do, you say, hey, I could talk to people like Eric. I can get people on the webinar. I already created a product with him. It did real well. And I'm doing this affiliate marketing, and I'm getting somebody into Jocelyn. I think I might have found someone for media buying. So as a group, we learn media buying. Media buying, you control your own destiny, because it's like a traffic faucet, man. You turn it on, put it to CPA offers, affiliates, your offers, everything else. Man, you just check your stats at the end of the day. You put 1,000 out, you make 1,200. That's good, right? Who's not going to do that? Because you get your 1,000 back at the end of the day plus 2. So you can put 10,000 the next day, and you make 10 groups of 2,000. You make 20,000 or $2,000 you'll make in a day. So you just take your money and keep reinvesting it, but you have to be very careful with that model. So you need somebody that really is super sharp, and I may have found somebody. Yeah, Timothy, I have a lead capture. I'm going to show you more about lead capture here in the future. Lead capture, what you want to do now is you want to have a compelling ad that drives people to an offer, and then forget about all this fancy stuff with videos and, you know what I mean? On one side, you have a list of things. My hand looks so big there. I like that. Come on, you have something really simple. You're going to learn how to put 2,000 subscribers on your list every day. And then you have a little box there for their email address, right? So it's a big white paper like Google. And remember, one of the real secrets of internet marketing is what everyone else is doing, do the opposite. So when the big thing is like, now I'm not talking about right at the beginning, you know, right at the beginning, there's a wave of it. But when you see that video on one side, a list of bullet points, what you're going to get, opt in here and subscribe, and everyone sees that now. They know what it is. They haven't gotten any good value out of most of that stuff. So when they see it, it turns them off. But imagine now a big blank white page. It's all white. And little black writing right in the middle that says, in regular type, you're going to learn how to get 2,000 subscribers on your list every day. And then just one little opt-in box. No name, no nothing, email address, hit it, right? That one's pretty cool. That's a great squeeze page. You'll get a lot of people going there. Yes, zig when they zag. Absolutely. And how what, Timothy? Help me out. So I'll show you a couple of those too. We're going to go over that. But, you know, when you're helping somebody do something good on the internet, okay, and teach them about it, which is what I'm going to share with you, so you can pass on this knowledge to other people, it's going to do very well for you. And then we can grow as a team, as a group. I'm going to be bringing on team members to actually work with me. So we have a big organization, not only people that, you know, subscribers, but actually teammates, you know, so to speak. Okay, so today we're going to make it short and brief. Okay, today, as far as your product goes, now, have you guys all sent your form in? Okay, I'm going to be reviewing them this weekend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to review the forms. I'm going to find out a little bit more about you and what you've done. And then we're going to get on a Skype call to actually talk about the product that you want to create. Okay, and we're actually going to make a decision, a definitive decision that makes sense, that's going to bring in money at the end of the deal. Once that is made, we're going to name the product. Okay, so you'll spend, believe it or not, a day or two naming it. Okay, and oh, you're funny, Jocelyn. So you're going to name the product, okay, and then you're going to get your domain name. And then we're going to get some graphics made for you, real cheap, you know, 20 bucks worth of graphics, so you can look at them every day. How are you going to create that? Oh, it's easy, Timothy. Don't worry about creation of anything right now, okay? Don't even worry about creating anything, okay? That's the least of what we got to do right now. Okay, I'm going to make it real easy for you there, okay? But let's go big picture right now. We need to get a product that's actually at the end going to create money and results, and it's going to help people. Okay, so it's like building a home. We're going to go find a lot of property, right? We're going to find a lot, and then you're going to tell me this is the type of home I want here. Well, maybe you can't build a home that's all there, or you can't have that. You're gonna build a home that makes sense there, and you're going to put a foundation down. Okay, it's going to be solid, and it's going to stay there. That's what we got to do in finding the product that you want. You don't want to jump into that one day. You want to find the product that you want to do. You want to name it. You want to get the domain name. You want to get the graphics. That's the beginning. Okay. After we have that, we're going to develop a storyline for it. Okay. Why would it sell? What's the angle? What's the hook? What's the catch? How are we going to tell a story? It's going to be your own true story that you can dramatize a little bit. It's okay. And we're going to weave that into the actual product, okay, that you're going to sell. I'm going to show you how to write that. That's the next step. That's all we're going to talk about now. It's not even necessary to talk about anything else because we need that in order to move to the next step. When you have too much information, it's mind-blowing. Now, here's why. Yes, you can definitely help me. Here's why, or help Timothy. Here's why it's not important to have like a, you have too much information. Here's important why it's not to have one idea in mind. You want to research the products to make sure that what you select is going to be viable and it's going to sell and it's going to make money. Okay, so when we do it in this fashion, we have interaction, right? Interaction is good. You're going to see me once a week, and you're going to see me on a Skype call once a week. Unless we get too big, then I can't do Skype calls for everybody. I'm going to be too much time in there. But we will do Skype calls as we need them. But right now, I can do Skype calls every week with everybody. I'm not taking on too many clients with us. So your membership sites, you guys have belonged to membership sites. I never like them, and I'll tell you why. I don't recommend them. Because people go there, they spend money, especially in a month. You guys are paying $27 a month, right? I'm going to give you $27 worth of value. I mean, when this isn't worth $27, you might as well take a hike and go somewhere else because you're not going to get that for $27. But I want to make sure that you get value for your money because I really do care, and I want to help you get to where you're going. When you get a membership site, do they really care? They're billing you $60 a month or something. You go back and visit it once or twice a week. It looks stagnant in there. Maybe they don't even add anything new. You click the tabs, you watch a few videos, you fall asleep in your chair watching videos, right? And you think, where in the heck am I going with this? Even when they're famous, you start thinking like, this stuff doesn't make any sense. So I would rather have the environment where I contact you by email, by Skype. I'm very available, as you know, Jocelyn will tell you, right? And, and through webinars, so that you have something to look forward to. You have assignments. I'll have also survey forms and things that I'll need you to complete during the way. I'll have you submit work to me that I'm going to review and make changes and revisions, and we're going to discuss them. So that when you're building this foundation, you're not getting off on the wrong foot, and just going haphazard in all kinds of directions. Because you may think that it's a good idea that you have. I'm not saying your ideas aren't good. They're probably all good. But you may think the way you're layering it is good. And there might be one little glitch is where the whole thing slides down a hill or a hole and disappears, right? You don't want to do that, okay? So that's what we're going to do. That's the essence of today. You got kind of a big picture there. That's all you need to know right now. So I want you to get over to JVZoo. I want you to look for competitors in Google. You can go to jvnotifypro.com and check out, and I'll put all this stuff on the ideas 2 or the ideas1.html website today, and I'll put that in right here. So you can start researching it, and you can go software or you can go informational. Software is bigger EPCs, but informational is easier to create. You don't have to deal with out-of-pocket costs. You don't have to deal. So I'm not going to discourage you from putting together. You got a good idea for creating an informational product. That's fantastic. List building is good. So anything close to the money. Yeah, absolutely, Jocelyn. We're gonna make sure that and it's not going to be overwhelming. We're going to create this. Don't forget, we have this thing on Monday. I'll give you more information in your email that we're kicking off. Tim, did you join that? Did you join that program for the $465 in 4 hours? You can work every day. I'm starting a Facebook group with that. Let me know in the thing there whether you joined or not. And so we're gonna have a way to have daily cash in your hands while you're building it, so you feel good about yourself. Nothing better than sitting at home, seeing some money coming in, and now you're growing your business. You feel good that your business is going to actually work and succeed in the end. And that's what I'm going to teach you how to do. Okay. So that's basically the essence of this thing. We're not going to do really long. Some of these will be long, but this one here is just foundational. So you got the big picture. You understand what we're doing. I'm also going to get an account over at, I think it's like appointment.me or something like that. There'll be an appointment calendar. I'll give you the address for that. Okay, so every time that we meet, we'll have a booked appointment. So we don't have to go into Skype and go, hey man, you got a half hour. Hey, you got a little time. You got a little, we're all busy and everything. But when you book me in, I'm going to be committed to you to make sure that I'm there. Unless something happens on your end or my end. I mean, life happens, but by and large, I'm going to be there, Oh, you did join. Okay. Tim, tomorrow I'm going to send you guys a link for a Facebook group. Okay. It's going to be just the ones that have joined. And register there. I'll approve you. And that's where we're going to meet. And we'll have a webinar with it too. And we're going to lay the foundation of that and start making money on Monday and Tuesday. Okay. So let's be committed together. Anybody that's going to be committed to that is going to actually make money. And that's another reason. That's the type of program that you have in your hands, is the type of program that people get lazy on. They kind of believe it will work, but they got kids and something's going on today, and that's something I could do next week because I don't need cash right this second. I'm good. And they never do it. That's why there's not a lot of competition, by the way. And when there is, it's still enough work over there to do that system. But most people won't even implement that. They'll never return it because they know it's good and it works, but they won't implement it. So with Facebook there, I'm going to whip you guys' butts into action. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna help each other and put each other into action, and we're going to do real well with it. Okay, but you get the idea. As a group, there's strength. Okay, yeah, you can put money in the bank quickly with this program. That's what it's all about. But that's why we're doing it together, Timothy. Now we'll record. I'm going to probably do a webinar on Monday. I have another webinar to do for the copywriting. I have a copywriting class. Oh, by the way, I'm just going to mention it to you guys because it is $97. So I don't know what your finances are like. But the other part of the OTO that I have here is copywriting. It's a full comprehensive copywriting class. In this particular product creation class, I'm going to give you the outline and the ideas behind writing good copy. But the other ones, I'm going to work really close with the copy. I'm going to actually put my ideas, my suggestions, improve headlines, sub-headlines, storylines. I'm going to make corrections. So it's a real copywriting class. It's a 4-week class. I think it's 4 or 6 weeks. I forget right now. But you're gonna be able to write stellar copy with that. Like the Little Guy Big Profits web page. So, but anyway, I'll put that link in there in case you're interested. It's just $97. Now this, I want to just tell you guys, I've spent probably $10,000 learning all this stuff. Okay, so you're getting it cheap. Okay, believe me. And I know it's a pain in the neck to keep spending money. I mean, it's just not. I mean, it is. Let's face it. It's a pain in the neck. I mean, everybody's done it. But this what I'm putting together is a little bit different because I'm actually going to help you put this stuff in place. I didn't even get this kind of help only because I knew quite a bit about it. I can fill in the gaps with like Michael Cheney, who taught me just about, I mean, I knew most of the stuff, but he filled in the pieces. I didn't get to talk to him like this. I mean, I can connect with him on the phone a little bit and some emails, and I'm connected with him. You know what I mean? I talk to him. We know each other very well, but he's very busy. He's not going to give you this time. I can give you this time. Okay, this is real world time. And so I'm going to take that and my real world sales, which I've done over $3 million worth of sales with basically a subtle form of the takeaway. Basically, people want what they can't have. And when you allow them to talk, you can't talk anybody into anything, right? It ain't going to happen. You can suggest things. You can lead them in the right direction, but you can't arm twist anybody. They're basically going to do what they want in the end, right? But when you allow people to talk themselves into something, they're going to take it every time. And I'll just give you an idea. This is some psychological sales tactics I'll throw in here today. Mrs. Jones, well, why would you want to run a business like that? This was in the candy business, the vending machine business. You got to take all these packages and you got to slug them on the steps and be responsible and fill them. I mean, it's not for everybody. Why would you want to do that? Oh, I would just love being responsible and feeling. I always wanted to own my own business, and I'll do it, and I'll be so happy that the the employees, the office see me with the candy, and maybe I can give some bonuses and free candy out to them, and I'll keep them filled. I'll be so happy to have my own business. I'm going to do a real good job. Now, who talked themselves into buying that vending business? Did I do it? I just told her the truth. It's not for everybody, and it's pretty hard, and you have to slug candy. Why would you want to do it? And she's going to create all the reasons in her mind why she wants to do it. And she's going to tell me. I'm just going to go, sounds like some good reasons to me. Let me see if I can get you approved for this thing. Right? So you get the idea, right? You really can't talk people into this stuff, but you can allow them the opportunity to tell you why they want it. You just present them with the ideas. Same thing with internet marketing. You put the ideas out there, let them choose, okay? They're going to figure out how to do this. So that's the deal today. I'll put the ideas1.html. Let me type that in here for you today. And then the last thing I want to mention was, okay, what was that? Yeah, you guys got the program for the Facebook, and then there's the copywriting program too. That's the only things I'm going to talk about as far as in case you need some other assistance. And so essentially, the Facebook group will be done by tomorrow. You send it, you get an email on that. Start looking to try and get maybe about 5 different product ideas. Okay, spend some time in this. Don't short this here. Don't just go, oh shoot, I got to meet with Eric. Let me slap together 5 ideas and see what he thinks about this. Put some thought into this, because I'm going to ask you why you decided on these products. I want to see some type of evidence as to why you feel that these are good. So just don't. This is very important. This foundation is even more important as you're building, because once the foundation is solid and it starts going off a little bit, we can correct it and you keep building it. It might go like this. It's going to build fine. But when that foundation's off and you start rocking a little bit, it's going to fall over because the base isn't good, right? So let's find the right product for you. Then we'll put a really cool name together. Then we'll check on the domain. Then we'll check on competitors using that domain, because you don't want anybody just typing in Google and going to somebody else's site. And then we'll get the right domain for you. We'll get a couple of graphics together. Once you got your graphics, it's going to feel real. It starts to feel real. And Timothy's funny. If you didn't have much money in sales, oh yeah. Yeah, I've sold a lot. I don't even know what my biggest day was in that. I probably sold over 100,000 one day, But you know what? Here's the cool thing. Everyone thinks the dollar amount is different. No, the bigger dollar tickets are easier to sell. People are just afraid of it because it's like, oh, I got to talk them into this enormous thing. No, you don't. These are people that have money and they're looking to invest in something that makes sense. So you come along and all of a sudden you make sense. You know what they do? They write a check. It's like you writing $1. There's less objection. It's actually easier. Bigger ticket items are easier, okay? And then, you make a couple $1,000 sale, right? What does that do for you? You don't have to sell 1,000 of something then, for a couple dollars. You sold 1 of something and made $2,000. You're good to go. And you don't have to work with 1 million people. So big ticket items are not hard to sell. Not as hard as you think, okay? It's really all in your mind. And I'll dispel that myth too. I used to get $72,000 from people in one transaction. Oh, you want that, Mrs. Jones? Okay. Let's sign this paper and have a cup of coffee. We're all good, right? Here you go. Put your name on that. Oh, that's great. Okay. Mr. Jones, you too. All right. Well, I'm going to tell you there's a 10-day cancellation rescission on this thing here. But when you don't want it, I understand. I'll just throw this thing away now. Let's not waste any time here with this. Let's just throw it in the garbage. Let's forget it, because there's other people who want to do this. We don't need to move forward on it. No, I want it. No. 10 days? I'm not going to have anything to do with that. I'm good. We're good with this. We want to do it. Oh, that's good, Mr. Jones. That's what I like to hear. I'm going to recommend you. You're in. You see what happened there? This 10-day cancellation rescission, he's not canceling. Why? He told me he wasn't. I didn't have to talk him into that. Yes, you do. It's the same thing, $5,000, $10. Have you ever done MIM? Oh, MLM. No, I don't really believe in it. To be honest with you, MLM doesn't have a good foundation. It falls over, okay? So, by and large, most people aren't going to be successful. and you're trying to run it like a pyramid and just take as much money as you can and basically run, and even when you're not running, I'd rather actually help people. See, the law says, when you do good and you help others, you're going to attract good. I'm not really worried about money or thinking about money. I'm thinking about how I can help other people and then see who comes in. I'll give you an idea. Today I met a wonderful lady. I won't go into who she is at this point because there's nothing solid on it, but she's been around. She's worked with rock stars, and she's naming all these people that she knows, and she's done everything from internet marketing and from the 1990s, building websites, helping people there, to running her own show, with Guns N' Roses and all these different bands, right, that she helped promote. And she has access to camera equipment and studios, and she gave me some really amazing ideas what I could do with the Little Guy Big Profits, like Groupon, work at home sites for teachers and stuff, work at home sites and work for teachers, right? What do teachers need? They need something to do during the summer too. So you put this PDF I have for the little guy out in front of a whole bunch of more people, okay, in different avenues than just JV Zoo. And then you have other areas. See, now I met her. Why did I meet her? Because I put myself out there. I'm not going to meet this lady unless I create a product, get my name out there. She jumps aboard. She saw the video on another website that was reviewing it. She liked it. She didn't even buy the thing yet. She's on board now because she was really interested in what she saw. So that you attract other people just by getting your face out there and your name out there. Or you might refer somebody, or I can refer somebody to you. And then, so it really works that way. And we all want to make money and work at home and do good things, right? So I'm going to help you do that. That's my goal. You're going to be around here forever, right? When I do that, where are you going? Right? You're not going anywhere because I'm not going to charge too much. I'm going to help you, right? And you're going to help me. It's going to be a two-way street, and we're all going to be successful. And that's what I want to do. I want to help people become as successful as you can. Now, what I'm doing now, just to fill you in, another thing. See, this is what you do with your product. I'll take you over to, real quick, I'm going to screen share something that I'm doing here, okay? And then we'll go so we can all eat dinner and everything else. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. This right here, this little form right here, here's my magic push button you can see. This is at the Warrior Forum, okay? And this right here is the form that you fill out to do a WSO, that tiny little box, okay? So you put all your stuff in there, and it's all done by images and a little bit of text I put in there and everything else, right? I put on there, and I'm about to submit this because I'm going to do a WSO on this thing. It's only $20 to bump it, and you can do that every day. As long as you get $20 back, you're good. You bump it again. Now, when you preview this, okay. So I have finally a step-by-step, no-fail system for the little guy, right? Little Guy Big Profit. Here's some reviews, and you may see your name on there. Here's Jocelyn. Here's yours. I put yours on there. Okay. Because they're real reviews. I mean, you don't have to create this stuff. The webinar that you guys are speaking about, I wrote in here, along with some free awesome bonuses for Warriors only, because you have to make it special for Warriors. Valued at 47 are included below. And then these are all images here. I just took their sliced images. They're in, like, this one ends about, think about here, and then the next image, you can see, you can't even see the line in it, starts here. So I put this on. This is going on a Warrior Forum. Hopefully it gets approved tonight. I'm putting it out there. So after this call here, all the testimonials. So the bonuses that you guys have. These bonuses are good, by the way. Over here, you got the buy now button. Okay. And Little Guy Big Profits. And then the buy now button, right? So this is going in the Warrior Forum hopefully starting, but I didn't have an idea to do that when I put this out. The idea occurred to me after I got going. You see what I'm saying? You can just keep working on what you're doing, and you're going to get ideas, and people are going to be attracted to you, and you're going to be busy every day, and you just go with the flow. And my thinking is that I'm just going to try and help you walk, and then you ride a bike, and then you're on a motorcycle or a car, you're on a jet to the moon, and all of a sudden you're helping other people. And when you help other people, that's the secret. Just remember, that's the secret to everything that you do and everything you get. The more you help, the more you get. And you don't want to help just to get. That's not the idea, because then you're not really helping, right? It's something you do from your heart. You really help people, and then you really get something back. Okay, that's a good formula, right? You don't have to worry about where and how it's coming. It's coming, okay? And that's the biggest thing right there. It's going to come, all right? So let me just go back this here. Okay, can you see me again? All right, yeah. Oh, wasn't that big enough? I had a full page there. That was crazy. Oh, was it small? Timothy, was that small? Let me try something. Tell me whether this is bigger, okay? Because I got to know for the future. Thanks. You can help me out here. Let me put something on there. Give with no intention, right? Okay. So tell me whether this comes out better. Now, is that better? Just so I can know for the future. I love looking at these graphics, man. This guy, my graphics guy, is just crazy good. Looks like a little cartoon kids book, doesn't it? Got all these bullets. Now I wrote every word on this thing, and the graphics were almost all my ideas. You know what I'm saying? All the headlines. This particular thing here, I love that. But it's a lot of fun making this thing here. You know what I mean? It's a lot of fun creating your own web page. You're just going to attract people just because you're doing that and you're creating. Remember, marketing is creating. When you create, you're going to do good things. People will be attracted to you. So you want to get out of the buying phase and creating. Whenever you go to buy a product, let me know about it first, okay? And I'll give an honest opinion on it. Even though it's good, you might not need it now, or there might be an alternative or something. So, let me know when you're going to spend money. I might be able to help you save some money instead of spending it, okay? Was that better? Oh, it's about the same size? That's crazy. Huh. It wasn't big, huh? It shows on my full screen. Now let's see how the replay comes out. All right. You guys got any questions you want to ask me? Fire away. I'm going to put this address in, okay? So you guys have the information on the first webinar, right? Watch out for those emails. Here's what everything was on there for the first webinar. /. Okay, that's the first one, right? So the second one is just going to be ideas 1. So that's the next one. Find 5 ideas. Okay. Informational or software. Put 5 ideas together for me, and I'm going to put together. You know, I'll be talking to you guys before the next webinar. Okay, so we're gonna clarify. We're gonna just get you set in motion. So by the time the next webinar comes, hopefully you got your domain name and you got some graphics made for yourself, and then it's gonna start to come real. It's yours now. It's your baby. First of all, you know it's solid. You got the domain name for it now, right? And you got some graphics. It's gonna become real. Now you're gonna start feeling like you're a product owner. It's gonna change the whole scope of the way you feel. And people miss this very important step. Just like, hey, I got a product idea, and let's start going around telling everyone, hey, what do you think about this? I'm going to sell this product. You think it's a good idea? Oh, I don't know about that. You sure? You've been getting crazy lately, right? All of a sudden, you might not do it because you start believing what other people say. No, I'll let you know whether it's good or not. You don't have to tell anybody. In fact, I wouldn't broadcast it to anybody. What are you doing? I'm just trying to find some things that work on the internet. We're working it out, getting some good training. We'll see where it goes. Just keep it under wraps. Because the real deal is, after you're successful, then you can show them. I tend to keep my mouth shut until the deal is done. How'd you do? Oh, check it out. Oh, okay. Looks like you got something going there. Yeah. Right? So you get it solid and you get a domain name for it. You own that. And we're going to want to buy the net and the org and the com, okay? Because you don't want anyone pulling the rug out from underneath you. So you want to have all those domains, so you really dominate when it comes time to put your stuff out there. You don't want to take everything else other than that, because affiliates want to, get in there and sell for you. They want to get a similar name because they drive traffic to your offers. You know what I mean? So you want to give them the opportunity to do that. So buttons. That's it. All right. Any other questions or anything? You're being good, Jocelyn. You're being good. Well, listen, that's about all. I hope you got something out of this here. I hope you're inspired by it. You have your little assignment. You know where to go look for those links. You want to do the copywriting class that's going to be on there. I'm going to talk to you before next week. We're going to make sure we get your domain name. I'm going to show you where you can get some graphics, or you can use your own graphics guy, whatever you want to do. I can only show you who I use, and I know he's the best. He doesn't charge that much. But that's totally on you. You might have somebody that does that, which is fine. And then we got this Facebook thing for this other group to start making some cash. So by the time we hit this meeting next week on Friday, we'll do these on Friday, I think, because I don't even care how many people come to this, to be honest with you, because I don't have a real lot. It's only like 20 or 30 people that are involved in this particular segment. And on Friday night, a lot of people are busy, but they're going to watch the replay. You know how that works. Everybody's hitting a replay. So it's all good, and I'm fine with that. A few people come that I'm motivated to actually say this stuff, which is really inspirational for me. So we might flip it to Thursdays, because there will be more people, but I'll let you know about that. But you can see by the time next week hits, right, you're going to have some momentum. We're going to have this Facebook thing started. Hopefully we got some cash in on that. We're going to have domain names. We're going to have graphics hopefully created. We're going to have a one-on-one talk by that time. We're going to go when there needs something to be tweaked. We're going to cover that. We might cover it on the webinar a little bit. And then we're going to go into the next steps on the next webinar. You can see how this is going to start to grow already. Now it's on you guys. You have to get out there and actually spend some time. Okay, you got enough information from me so far to know that the closer you are to the cash and the closer you are to actually that people can relate to, you don't want some pie in the sky idea that you have to sell on them. Find out what's selling now. Facebook sells, video sells, anyway, find out what's selling now. These are what people want. The market actually tells you what's good to sell. You don't got to figure that out. Now you can get lucky with these pie in the sky things. You got ideas, throw them at me, because maybe we can explore them together. There's nothing wrong with having the big idea too. I mean, that's a good thing. But when you want to start selling and get your name out there and brand yourself and get name recognition and get your informational ideas out there to sell, you want things that people want. And you're going to be in a market that is already there. So we don't want to reinvent the wheel. Okay. So make sure you get over there. Make sure you have 5 ideas for me and have the reasons why you feel that they're good. And then we'll discuss them. We'll get you moving forward. And that's it. Go to the ideas1.html and have a great weekend. I'll send you an email tomorrow about the Facebook group. Make sure you join that. And then Monday, I'll have an email out on Sunday, most likely, or Monday morning, about what we're going to do to get this thing kicked off on Monday. All right, guys. Anything else you want to say? Oh, when we'll have a talk date. You'll in the email, Timothy, you'll see I'm going to have a there's like appointment.me website or something. I'm going to give you the address. It'll go right to my account. And you'll see a calendar of open times and spaces. Okay. And I'm going to develop that this weekend too. So just watch out in the email by Monday at the latest. You'll see make an appointment with Eric. And you'll click on the link and you'll see open slots. Some will be morning, afternoon, or night. I'll put down what my schedule is. You click on it and there's your slot. Okay. So I hope that's pretty clear. And this way I can coordinate things better. I'll have a calendar and you'll know and I know, and then you have something comes your way that you got to change it or I have to change it. We'll work that out together. But more than likely we have a good formative schedule that way, So you'll receive that by Monday. All right. Anything else? That's about it, right? Well, listen, thanks for coming again. Enjoy your weekend. Look out for the ideas1.html site and all the other information. And yeah, Google Calendar. I'll look at that too. I've been using, the reason why I was suggesting the other one is I've been booking appointments with other people and everyone seems to be using it and it looks really, it's a pretty cool thing. I think it's darn near free too. But anyway, I'll check out Google too. Thank you for that tip. I appreciate it. All right. Have a great weekend and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.